today, and welcome to your live Limber class this Friday morning. And I am teaching from my house in the very, very cold Cape Town. There's definitely some snow in the mountains, and like life is changing at the moment, we also need to change our workouts according to the season. And if you are practicing in a different country, it's also just very good to get warm very quickly. So we're going to focus on pelvic mobility today. It's always going to be about the pelvis. We often get so fixed in one position, and often when I look at people at the supermarkets, the tendency is to arch, and then you're really compressing that lower back. So what we want to do is we want to mobilize and find freedom of movement and doing the things that you're supposed to be doing with your pelvis. Right, and we're going to do a combination of, obviously we'll do a nice warm-up to release the neck and the shoulders. We'll do our head to toe one exercise. So if you've been doing the classes in the videos or practicing that, it's really nice to do it in the live class because then you really get to know the movements. And then we'll do a combination of our plank dance and our supine dance. So I'm going to put it together, and we'll also do a really nice hip pelvic activation exercise. So let's have some fun. First of all, you do need a yoga mat or an exercise mat just for some cushioning for your joints. Let's get started. Okay, so let's find an upright position. Relaxing the shoulders, pressing down your feet, and just notice what happens when you press down the feet. The legs wake up. And then take your hands to the pelvic area, so holding onto the hips, and now start to bend your knees. And we're just going to tilt the pelvis forward and back, and forward and back. So just feeling the motion. Keeping the knees soft. And then moving the hips to the right side and center. And right, center, right, center. And notice how much your legs are actually working when you do this. Great, and then tilt the pelvis to the left, center, center. And let's add some circles. So you bring the pelvis forward and then circle to the right, circle back, left, and center, and keep the same direction. And same direction. Knees bent, and then go to the left. Great, and let's squeeze again. So if you look at me from the side, squeezing pelvis forward, squeezing your bum, and then release, and 2, release, let's go for 4, 3, and release, and 4, release, and just straighten the legs, just shake them out a little bit, and relax the arms. Great, I'm going to guide you through our head to toe warm up, and then we'll do it with the music. Let's go, so deep breath in. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms, and then exhale, look to the right side. And back to center, inhale. And exhale, look to the left. Center, breathing in. Exhale, look to the right. And center, inhale. Exhale, look to the left. Now we're going to incline our head, so back to center, breathing in. Exhale, head tilt to the right side, feeling the stretch in the neck. And inhale, back to center. Exhale, over to the other side. And center, breathing in. Make sure you're relaxed as you tilt. Exhale. And center, inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Bending your knees. We do 4 shoulder loops going back. 1. Bouncing your knees. 2, 3, and 4. 4 shoulder loops going forwards. And 2, and 3, and 4. Swinging, alternating arms. 1, very relaxed upper body, bouncing our knees. Just enjoying the flow of this movement. It's quite playful. And we are going to do 16 of these in our dance. But I want you to Make sure that the movement actually comes from the back and the arms follow. So try not to use the arms and then extend. Think of flowing with the back and then extending arms. 16 of these. This is Freddie. He loves the yoga mat, so he's always around. And I have my mats. And when anything, I mean, if you know cats, anything that is different in the house, they are there first. Great. Then take your arms nice and wide, and then bring them to first position. Okay, so this is a rounded shape. Lift the elbows up, so feeling your serratus muscles activating. Then pull the belly button back, take a breath in. And then exhale, start to twist from the ribcage, so keeping your hips forward. Draw the shoulders down and reach your fingers. And then come back to center. Breathing in, and exhale, twist over to the other side. Make sure you're twisting from the ribcage. And then back to center. Inhale, exhale over to the other side. And breathing in, and twist. Wide arms, like you're going to give someone a big hug. Place the hands to the thighs, and then start to sit back onto your heels, our cat and cow movement, so opening the shoulders, make sure your knees are over the toes, lengthening lower back, breathing in, exhale, start to round, and inhale, open the chest, exhale, round, 2 more, inhale, and exhale, one last one, and exhale, and we're going to go into a side bend, so a trunk roll, inhale, exhale, side bend to the right, relax the neck, trust, and then go forward, round the spine, only go as far as you can, go to the other side, coming up, breathing in, exhale, side bend, shoulder forward, side and up, last time, inhale, side and forward and side, and up and side, and forward and side, and up. Great. Have gone quite quickly, but I'm going to put on the music and I'm going to guide you through the exercise and enjoy it, but I want you to feel relaxed. Okay, so follow your breathing. If you're going a little bit slower than I do, it's completely fine. Okay, so let's get some music on. So feet underneath the hips, find a tall spine, soften the knees, and then straighten the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale, look to the right side. And back to center. Breathing in. Exhale, look to the left. And center. Inhale. Exhale, look to the right. Relax your hands. And center. Breathing in. Exhale, look to the left. And center. Head tilt, right side. And center. Breathing in. Exhale, left. And center again. Inhale. And tilt. Center. And tilt. Let's find our 4 shoulder loops going back. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. 4 shoulder loops going forwards. And 2 and 3 and 4. Swing the arms across 16 times. 2, 3, 4. Relax the upper body. 8 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both arms to your first position, belly button in. Breathing in. Exhale, twist over to the right. And back to center. Nice and smooth. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. Breathing in. Exhale, twist. And center. Inhale. And twist. Widen the arms, big group hug. And place your hands to the thighs, cat and cow. Inhale. And exhale, round. And 2. And round. Be strong in your feet. And 3. 1 more. Exhale. Side bend. Side. Draw the shoulder forward. Relax the back of the neck. Go to the other side. Coming up. Inhale. Exhale, side bend. Forward. And side. And up. Last round. Breathing in. Side bend. Forward. Side. And up. And side. forward, side, up. Let's try that one more time. From the top, breathing in. Exhale, look to the right. And center, inhale. Exhale, look to the left. And center, and right. Center, left. Breathe on your own. Incline the head to the right. And center, to the left. And center, right. Center, left. Center. Shoulder loops going back. 3, 2, 1. 4 shoulder loops going forwards. 3, 2, 1. Alternating arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 1. Really enjoy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both arms to first. Belly button back into the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Twist from the ribs. Back to center. Breathing in. And twist. And inhale. Twist. Last one. And twist. Wide arms. Place your hands to the thighs. Hands in power. 3. And 2. Last one. Side bend, inhale. Side bend to the right. Pull the shoulder forward. Other side. Coming up. Breathe in. Side. Forward. Side and up. Last round. Make sure you're breathing. Side. And up. Beautiful. Okay, so you should feel much warmer. Definitely mobilizing the shoulders and releasing the neck. And also taking off the top. It's a good sign. Right. Now we're going to go into our fun hip mobility exercise. So if you had to look on the website, it's called pelvic activation. Really nice little salsa inspired dance. Yeah. So you're doing therapy without even knowing it, because it's so much fun. Okay. Bend the knees, hands to your hips, and you're going to squeeze your bum and bring your hips forward. And take the hips to the right, take the hips back, take your hips to the left, to the front, and now you're going to release the pelvis and squeeze and release and squeeze. Great. Let's try the other side. So we squeeze forward, to the left, back and right, squeeze forward, release, and forward, release. Let's try that again from the top. So we go forward and side, and back, and side, and front, release, and front, release. Left side, forward and side, back, side, and front, release, front, release. We circle 1, all the way back nice and smooth, and same direction 2. Don't be afraid to use the pelvis. Go to the left side. And 2. Great, back to center. So we did 2 circles right, 2 circles left. Now this is also where the fun part comes in. Okay, now you're going to do whatever you want with the arms. You can bring your own style to it. Let's just work on feet. So you step forward, right foot, and you're going to transfer the weight to the front foot. Okay, so you're lifting slightly the back heel. Okay, make sure you're not leaving the shoulders behind, so shoulders stay over your hips. And you're going to step forward. So you go step forward and bring it back. And also use your pelvis. So you go forward and then shift the pelvis to the side. And then bring it back. And then change legs. 2. And back and change. 3. And back and change. 4. Let's go again. And front and back. And front and back. And front and back. And front and back. Good. Now we're going to go side to side. So you step to the side. Same thing. You're onto the ball of the other foot. And bring it back. And change. And back. and change, and back, and change, again, and side. You can even look to the side where you're stepping to, 2, and a 3, and a 4, good. Now let's step forward, times 4, changing feet, and step to the side, times 4, changing feet. So let's go, 1, step it back, and 2, step it back, and 3, and 4, to the side, look, 1, and a 2, and 3, and 4, good. Now let's try and do the whole thing from the beginning. Okay, so hands onto your hips, bend your knees, and tilt the pelvis forward, to the side, back, and side, to the front, release, front, release, other side, forward, left, back, side, and front, release, front, smooth circle, circle, and 2, circle the other way, 1, and 2, stepping forward, 1, and in, 2, using the upper body, and 3, and 4, to the side, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and because you're dancing at home, no one's probably watching, and if they're watching, it's also completely fine, but dance like no one's watching. It is a thing, and I want you to really just have fun with it, and if you have fun, you're also a lot more relaxed. Let's try and do it with the music. Feet underneath your hips, hands to the hips, bend your knees. I'm going to tilt pelvis forward and front, side, back, side, front, release, front, release, at the side, front, and side, back, side, and front, release, front, we circle, 1, nice and slow, 2, at the side, stepping forward, right foot, and in, 2, and a 3, and 4, side to side, 1, and a 2, can you even look, 3, and 4, from the top we go, forward, side, back, side, and the front, release, front, release, left side, forward, side, back, side, and the front, release, front, release, we circle, 1, 2, change direction, stepping forward, under 1, and a 2, 3, you can even have a little smile on your face, change the mood, to the side, and 2, and a 3, and a 4, good, well done. Just one little bit to add on. You're going to step forward with the right foot and pivot on the left foot. Okay, so basically you're changing direction. Pivot, and then you go step to the side, pivot, and side, and side. Okay, so you've got front, and side, and side, and side. So stepping to each wall, marching on the spot. Then you're going to step forward with your left foot, left, and then right, and left, and right, to the side, and a 1, and a 2, relax, and a 3, and a 4. Now we pivot other side, so left foot forward, facing this wall, and change, and change, and change. Okay, so look at your walls. You've got wall to the right, wall behind you, wall to the left, and then your front wall. Other side, wall to the front, wall to your left, wall back behind you, and wall to the other side. Okay, so that's the only thing I'll be adding onto this dance, and that will be the end. So let's go again from that last little section. So we pivot forward, right foot, change, and change, and change, march on the spot. I think I added that to march 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's added on, and left foot stepping forward. 1, bring it in, and a 2, and in, and 3, and a 4, to the side, and a 1, look, and a 2, and 3, and 4, left foot forward, change, 2, and a 3, and a 4, march 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's more of a dancey march, so you can really add your upper body. Okay, let's try and do that with the music and have some fun. Where are you now? Feet underneath the hips, nice tall spine, relax the shoulders, hands onto the hips, bend your knees, we tilt forward, front, side, back, side, to the front, release, and side, and left, back, side, and the front, release, we circle 1, and 2, the other way, change, and 2, then right foot forward, 1, left foot, right foot, earn your movements, to the side, 1, and a 2, and 3, and 4, pivot on the spot, to the right, 2, 3, 4, march, left side, forward, and back, 2, and 3, and a 4, to the side, look, and 2, and 3, and 4, we pivot, 1, 2, 3, 4, we march, well done. I think that we can do that one more time because it's so much fun. So be very aware of what you're doing with the pelvis. It's so good for you to have or to use the range of movement in all the different ways because we are so fixed in one position for way too long. Okay, it's very important. So try and really feel the length in the lower back when you squeeze forward and then feeling the articulation to the right and then feeling for pushing back your booty and side. Okay, so just finding all the range that you need for a healthy pelvis. And your pelvis is so connected to your spine that you will also feel release, especially in your lower back. Okay, so let's try and do that from the top. Now enjoy it. Hands to the hips, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze forward, side, back, side, and the front. Release, left side, forward, side, back, side, and forward. Release, forward. We circle 1, and 2. Change. 2. Ready to step forward. 1, and 2, 3, and 4, to the side, look, 1, and 2, 3, and 4, pivot, 1, 2, 3, 4, we march, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, left foot, and 2, 3, and 4, to the side, and a 1, and a 2, 3, 4, pivot, left side, 2, 3, 4, and we march on the spot. Amazing. Alright, so now let's start to strengthen our upper body. We're also going to go into pelvis again and working on some bum exercises, so glute exercise and also hamstrings. I'm putting two exercises together, but I'm going to shorten them. That's the great thing about a live class, is you can be so organic and let them flow together. Okay, so we're going to go onto our mats now. So I'm going to show you the safest way to get onto the floor from standing. So first you're going to choose your strongest leg to step forward. Place your other knee, so hands to the thigh. Place your knee down to the floor and then bring the other leg in. Good. Easiest way to get on the floor. Sit back onto your heels and then we walk forward into 4-point kneeling position. So if you are feeling slight tension in the wrist, you're also welcome to fold your front part of your mat and then place your palms in the middle. So the edge of the mat should be in the middle of your palms. Right. Important to have the wrists and the shoulders in line, your knees and your hips in line. Okay. First, just be on your knees, and we're just going to do some circles with our wrists. Okay, because we are going to spend some time on the wrists, so we should warm them up a little bit. Also, the beginning exercise does warm up the wrists, but let's just add some more movement, especially if you are in South Africa and it's cold, and then change direction. Good, and just shake them out gently. And then bring your thumbs in, and then 4 fingers goes over the thumbs, micro bend your elbows, and then imagine you're holding onto 2 jugs of water. Take a breath in, and then exhale, start to tilt the water over. You're gardening or watering your garden. And then release the tilt, breathing in again, and then exhale, do that again. Good, and then just shoot your fingers, let go of the jugs. Okay, and then relax the arms. Okay, so a little bit warmer, get some blood flow in those wrists. And you're going to sit back, walk into your 4-point kneeling position. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips and your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Now we're going to do a circular motion, so you transfer your weight to the right hand and then back to your heels. And go as far as you can. So listen to your body and go to the left side. And then same direction, now it's the right. And really just enjoying the movement of releasing hips and warming up your wrists. And let's change direction. So we're going to add breath. So breathing in, exhale, hips to the back. And 2. Last one, 3. And then find your neutral spine. And you're going to do scap slides. So basically you're drawing the shoulder blades together, dropping down your chest, breathing in, keeping your arms straight. And then exhale, push away the floor and expand, so broaden your shoulder blades. And we drop down, we're going to do 8 of these in our dance. 3, expand, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Try not to flare the ribs, so keep the ribs contained. And now tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone and round the spine into cat stretch. And we're going to find alignment and then start to open your chest into cow. Again, breathing in, tuck tailbone, look to the navel, and then exhale down. And then find a neutral spine. Now extending right fingers, extending left leg. Okay, you should feel like your glute muscle is working or engaging. So I stay square, and then bring the knee and the hand back at the same time and change sides. So try not to lean to the one side, stay square. And bring it in, and change. And in, and change, and in. You can carry on doing that, or if you want an extra challenge, you extend right arm, palm facing inwards, extend left leg, hold, and bring it back. Other side. Try and have your arm and your leg the same height, and bring it in. Good. Let's try again from the slide. So right hand forward, left leg back, and change. 2, and change. 3, and change. 4, Good. Lift if you choose, lift the leg and the arm at the same time, and bring it back, and change, and bring it back. And then we find a rest position. Really nice and grounded position. It also makes length in your lower back, and the arms, and in the entire spine. Walk your hands back to your knees, and find your kneeling position. Interlace your fingers, clasp your palms, and we're going to do circles or like a figure of 8, just releasing the wrist slightly. And also, don't be stuck in your posture. I want you to move with the motion. We'll do 8 counts of this in the music, and then bring the hands to your chest, breathe in. And then exhale, start to round and bring the hands forward, but tuck the chin. So feeling the stretch in the shoulders, and then release the palms and take the hands back behind you. So you're making a C shape in this position, and then you're expanding, opening the front of the shoulders. And again, breathing in, exhale. 2 more, inhale, round, and exhale. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Great, sitting back onto the heels. Now we're going to lie on the floor. So walking forward. Okay, hold on. So you're going to shift to the one side. Gently, so be very, very gentle. Take a lie onto the shoulder and then lie onto your backs. Okay, if you want to just sit up and just watch me before you do this, you're welcome to do that. So we're going to do it together. I don't want you to manipulate your neck too much. Okay, now you're going to bring the right knee into your chest. Try and lengthen the lower back, and then extend the left leg. Relax your shoulders, and then change sides. And we'll repeat. And we change, and we change. And then bring both knees into your chest. And then release the hips slightly, and then bring it back in. And we'll do 8 of these. Placing your feet down to the floor, placing your hands into a V position. Make sure that you're not flaring out the knees. So imagine there's a block between your thighs and the inner thighs are engaged. And you're going to tilt, tailbone, start to roll up into a bridge position. Squeezing your bum, feeling your hamstrings start to wake up, and then slowly roll down the spine, arms into a T. Bring your feet together, knees together, and then take the knees over to the right, so knees are in line or a little bit lower than the hips, and then drawing them back, and change. And then use the hips to draw it back down, and we change. Good, and then heel to the feet so they're back into hip distance apart. Place your hands into a V position. This just gives you so much more support. Start to lift up the hips. And beginner version, you just lift the right heel off the floor. Try and have equal hips so you're not lifting the one hip. And then change, left heel off the floor and change. You want a little bit more, feeling strong today. You start to lift the right knee into your chest. And release left knee into chest. And we'll do it twice on each side. Slowly roll down the spine, hug knees into armpits, circle into your hips. And then change direction. You can go as small or as big as you need to. And then we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. This is so great for a release in the back of your hip. Option 1, just to lift your toes. And if you're feeling good enough stretch, you stay here. Option 2, best way to get into this, to lift your head and your shoulders, holding onto the shin, and then release down. Could be quite intense in the hip. And breathe. Keep turning out your leg. And then drawing the foot back down, and then we just change sides. Option 1, lifting heel, keep turning out the knee or the thigh. And then bring the leg into the chest. Option 2, and relax your head down. Good. Place the foot down. Release the other foot, and then we roll to the one side. Place your hand down to the floor for some support. Come up onto your knees, swivel, and into your kneeling position. Best foot forward, stand back up. Okay, let's do that with the music. Plank. Right. And this music reminds me of a winter morning at a cafe, cup of coffee, newspaper, and feet underneath your hips, stepping forward, strongest leg, knee to the floor, other knee joints, sit back. Walk forward, foot-point kneeling, and we start to circle, so transfer the weight to the right hand, and back. 2, and 3. Change direction, 1, and 2, 3. Good. Find a neutral spine, scap slides. Drop the chest, shoulders together, and expand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your arms straight. 6, 7, and 8. Start to go into cat stretch. Lift to the navel and cow. Breathe in. Exhale, start to round and cow. On your neutral spine, extending your right hand, left leg, and change. 2, change. 3, change. 4. Keep going or extending arm and leg at the same time. Bring it in. Change. Look down to the floor from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right hand, left leg. And change. 2. Sit back on your rest position. Deep breath in, full breath out. Walk your hands to your knees. Come up. Clasp your hands together. Start to go into your figure of 8. Good. Bring the hands towards your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, start to round. Bring the hands forward. Tap your chin. And take your hands back. Open your chest. Again, breathe in. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Onto your haunches or the heels, walking forward. Shifting onto one side, going onto your shoulder, take your time. And then onto your backs. Just rearrange yourself on the mat. And lengthen your lower back into the mat. Bring the right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg. And then change legs. So try not to arch your lower back. And change. And change. Good. Bring both knees into your chest. And then release the knees and draw them back in. 2, 3. Weaken your core a little bit. 4. Going to go for 8. 5, 6, 7. Are you breathing? And 8. Bring the feet flat to the floor. Hands down, start to lift into bridge and push down your feet, squeezing your bum. Slowly start to articulate the spine by rolling down, middle back, go back to your sacrum. Great. Bring your feet together, hands into a T, and take the knees over to the right. Keep our shoulders down. Now use that left hip to draw the legs back to center. Breathing in. Exhale over to the other side. And center. Breathe in. To the right. And center. Relax your neck, so try not to look around. Go to the other side. Back to center. Now heel to the feet so they're hip distance apart. Bring your hands into a V position. Start to lift up. Option 1, lifting right heel. Option 2, lifting right knee. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Gently release the foot. Change sides. 1, 2, 3. Release one more time. Change. 1, 2, 3. Release, breathe. And release. Slowly. You can hold onto your mat. Draw it further back, down. Release the spine. Knees into armpits. Just circle the knees. Relaxing your feet. Relaxing your faces. And change direction. Good. Knees into chest. Find your figure 4 stretch. So right ankle over. Lifting the heel or bring the shin in. Thigh in. Relaxing the head and the shoulders. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Slowly release. Change legs. Best way to get into this one is to lift your shoulders and your head. Deep breath in together. Full breath out. Good. Then release both feet. And then roll to one side. Placing one hand to the floor. Coming up. So onto your knees. Strongest leg forward. And come up. Good, well done. So it's a good strength building day and also a lot of movement, and I hope you feel good. Perhaps make sure you drink lots of water afterwards to rehydrate. And you might feel a little bit tender in the shoulders tomorrow, but it's all good and strength work that will make you better. Okay, we're going to end off with our reverence. So bringing the right hand forward in front of you, just open up the arm and change. Left arm, deep breath in. Exhale, start to bend your legs, give yourself a big hug, being grateful that your body can move in this way. Breathing and lifting elbows up. Release, exhale, right arm, left arm, flipping your palms, deep breath in. Exhale, find your center line, all the way down. Keep the internal rotation, hands to the corners of the room, connecting palms up to the ceiling. You can follow your hands with your eyes and bring them to your heart center to release. Okay. Let's do it with the music. Nice and tall, look straight ahead. Lift from the center line, crown of the head to the ceiling. Right arm. Thanks to everybody for joining class with you. Deep breath in. Exhale, thanking your body. Lifting elbows up. Inhale. Exhale, right arm up to the ceiling. Left arm follows. Deep breath in at the top. Exhale, flipping the palm and finding the center line all the way down. Follow your hands. It's very meditative, so follow the hands with your eyes. Connect. So be curious about the fingertips connecting and then the palms. Look at your hands going up to the ceiling and to your heart space. Open up. Have a wonderful Friday. And I hope you're feeling good and energized for the day. And I'll see you back here next week, Tuesday. Looking forward to it.